Vlogmas.
In today's video, we are checking out a really cool spot that is in Las Vegas that you can find some really nice name brand inexpensive Christmas gifts.
Yeah. So if you're interested in finding some cheap Christmas gifts for you and your family, come tag along today and come get lost with us.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in there.
We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this.
Okay, so as you can see, there are clothes for miles and miles. So you can find clothes for women, men, kids, like everybody here. And I will say the women's section is a lot bigger than the men's and the children, once again, just kind of like the shoes. So if you're looking for some like high-end things to maybe do your Christmas photos with or go to a Christmas party, I highly, highly recommend coming here to find your outfit.
If you're looking for a dress last minute in Las Vegas, this is a place where you can probably pick something up that'll be really nice. There's the mall that this is connected to.
So they do have a men's section here, and they actually moved the shoe department to a different spot in the store, so it does look like they got a few more selections for men's shoes, but it's still not nearly as big as the women's section. But as you can see, they have quite the selection of menswear. They have a ton of just like regular sizes, but they also have a really nice big and tall section as well, which is sometimes really hard to find in department stores, so I like it.
Alright, so thank you for tagging along with us as we went to the Dillards clearance outlet today. We would have done it outside when we got out of the store, but it was really windy and we didn't really have any options, and you would have never been able to hear us.
Yeah.
And just so you know, when we taped it, our goal wasn't really to show you the merchandise specifically because it sells out so quickly sometimes. We were just kind of overviewing the store for you.
Yeah, they constantly have like a rotation of merchandise in there, so it's kind of hard to specifically show individual items. But it's a pretty cool store, I have to say. It can be a little bit tricky because the sales are not always the same.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing to figure out, is what your end price is going to be. Today, we really didn't get any deals beyond the already discounted stuff. The first time we were there, we got like 8 pairs of shorts, 4 shirts, a pair of pants, and then Nacy got some stuff too. And that ended up only being $60, whereas today we only got 2 shirts and 2 pairs of shoes, and it was like 120 bucks.
Yeah. I mean, it is still a good deal for the brands that you're buying. Think more or less like if you were to go to like Marshalls or TJ Maxx for certain brands, it's kind of along that line of store. Because they do have a lot of name brand shoes. They have Uggs, they have, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on the names, but they have some very high-end things that are deeply discounted versus what you would get if you actually went in store. So it is still a positive in that sense, but it's not always cheap.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to figure out what the end total is going to be. That's our biggest thing from being there a couple times already. It's just very difficult to figure out. I mean, sometimes we were buying shirts and pants for like $1, and then other times they ring up for like 25. So it's very, very interesting. But it's well worth it, like Nacy said, that they are name brand stuff.
Yeah. Another thing to remember is they have weird operating hours. So they don't open till noon. They're not open certain days of the week.
They're not open on Mondays unless it's a holiday.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind. I will say the very first time we went was a holiday. We weren't really sure they were going to be open, so we called. So if you're ever in doubt, just give them a call. They'll let you know if they're open or not.
And towards the end of the day and on holidays, it can get crowded in there, so you just want to be aware of that. Try to avoid those days as much as possible, and if you do go, try to go as close to opening, which is about noon, as you can.
What's another thing? Oh, it's pretty close to the Strip. That's another kind of benefit. So if you come into town and you're looking for something nice to wear out on the town, whether it's a dress, whether it's shoes, whether it's a nice outfit for a guy, you can definitely find something there for relatively cheap.
Yeah, you'll see in our video we have some of the dress section where if you didn't have a dress and you were planning on going out, whether it's a little black dress or you wanted something sparkly or whatever, they have a ton of options in there for that. They do take the Dillards credit cards and you can get rewards there as well. So you will rack up points at that Dillards, which is a great thing. And like Nancy said, it's only about 15 minutes off the strip in Meadows Mall. And it's a really small mall. The biggest piece of it is this Dillards.
Yeah.
But there are some other stores in there and some in the little food court or food area. I don't know if it's even a food court where you can check out too. So there are some other stores attached to it as well.
Yeah, another thing to look out for in this store is if you see something that you want, definitely get it and put it in your cart while you're shopping, because A, you might circle back around and it might not be there, or B, somebody might try to take it out of your hands.
Watch out for your carts. We were there the first time and people were literally taking like ties and stuff out of our hands and running off like a squirrel in that movie where he's trying to catch the nut. I mean, they just dipped out of the store. So watch out for those thieves and make sure to keep an eye on your stuff. I don't understand why, but it does happen there, especially for some of like the rare items that they have.
Another thing to mention is they do have a very tiny home goods section. I personally don't recommend it. I find that Home Goods is actually a better store to go to if that's what you're looking for, because I don't think the home merchandise is discounted enough to make it worthwhile, and there's really just not a whole lot to choose from. They have a couple of bedspreads, they have a couple like accents, random accents to place in your house, and that's about it.
And you need to know too, there's not very many mirrors throughout the store, so it's kind of hard to get an idea of how stuff looks on you. As well as they do have a few fitting rooms, but they're kind of hidden, especially towards the back and towards like the kids section, and there's not very many of them. So if you want to try them on, that can be difficult, and the worst part is that you can't take anything back. So it's a final sale no matter what. They say there's no returns, period. So you need to know that ahead of time too, to make sure you try on your items and make sure that they fit before you leave the store.
Yeah, not having mirrors was the biggest challenge for me trying on shoes, because I wasn't able to kind of see what it looked like on my foot. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're going there.
One of our legit tips is don't check out at the end of the day. Try to get it beforehand. At the end of the day, the registers get clogged and it can be 50 to 60 people deep waiting to check out. So you can spend an hour to 2 hours in line sometimes, especially at the end of the day, trying to check out at the store.
Yeah, they do make several announcements like we're closing, make sure you check out, but literally the first time we went there, everybody waited till like 5 minutes before close, if that. And the line was at least 20-30 people deep at each register. So keep that in mind, because unless you want to wait for a while, which whatever, that's fine. But I'm not really one for waiting in line.
Another legit tip that we have is wait on the close if you can, because eventually the sales do roll around. Eventually they mark it off 40 to 60% on what's on the tag. So if you can wait a little bit to get the item, then it's advisable to wait. Especially for people like me, I'm sort of in that big and tall section. Those items don't really move very fast, so I can kind of wait on some things to see if they'll go down. Whereas if you wear smaller sizes, that could be an issue for you. But just know if you can wait, the prices will eventually go on sale.
Yeah, so that is our tips and hints for shopping at the Dillards clearance store. If you're looking for something for your holiday outfits, if you're just looking for somewhere to go that's a little bit more discounted but still high end in Vegas, then this is the place for you.
And if you know of any other places in Las Vegas where they have some cheap discounts or a cheap store, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you, and we will definitely check out those stores as well.
Yeah, so make sure you guys like this video, subscribe if you like this content and want to see some more of it, because we would sure love to show you more. And we'll see you guys tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow on our next Vlogmas episode. So see you guys later.
Yeah, we'll see
Bye.
you tomorrow. Bye.
Wanna hang out with my friends.